For many years, America has been waging 2 wars in the Middle East, but over the course of those 2 conflicts, military hardware and assets have worn out from constant use. One America's John Hines has more from Washington.
The issue of aging military hardware was mostly under the radar until it became prominent in the presidential campaign this year, thanks at least in part, perhaps, to Donald Trump.
But they're depleted. You see where the fighter jets are so old that they can't get parts anymore. They have to go to airplane graveyards and museums to get parts. For our fighter jets that we're currently using, they don't make the parts. And you have other countries that have brand new equipment.
While Trump may not be an expert on the issue, he may not be far off, says Louisiana Congressman John Fleming, a member of the House Armed Services Committee.
We're hearing about aircraft like F-18s that have to have spare parts taken off of museum pieces. We're hearing about increased crashes from the same type of aircraft. In recent hearings under the Tactical Air and Land Forces Subcommittee that I'm on, we found out that less than 1/3 of the Army is sufficiently ready to meet requirements of the Defense Strategic Guidance.
The U.S. military may be raiding museums for spare parts, but the Obama administration hasn't yet felt the need to be aggressive about replacing and updating that equipment, says Fleming.
The Obama administration, of course, through their budget, always shortcuts and short circuits our military. And also they force us to go to the Overseas Contingency Fund in order to do the day-to-day readiness and supplemental funding necessary.
Fleming isn't alone in saying that the Obama administration has shortchanged the Pentagon budget. That shortchanged budget is a big reason aging defense assets aren't being replaced and maintained, says Rachel Zismos of the Heritage Foundation.
So it comes down to the budget. We've had to prioritize readiness and really think carefully about where we need our limited defense dollars to go to. So we've delayed or canceled many critical modernization programs because of that. So we're forced to rely on legacy systems or some of our much older systems, and they're staying in service much longer than they were originally intended to.
Zismos adds that tight budgets have resulted in less training for recruits, which in turn has resulted in increased accidents involving aging aircraft and other military assets. John Hines, One America News, Washington.